Hey everybody, welcome back to another vendor update. Today we have no stranger to all things MSP. Cork is here with us to talk about some of the exciting things that they're doing and all the ecosystem stuff that they're being involved with. I have Dan Candy here from Cork. Dan, great to have you here.
Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it. It's good to see you.
Yeah, I really appreciate these vendor updates. And I know that the audience does too, because it really gives them that quick little digestible update for what our vendors are doing. So what's the latest news at Cork if they missed the live stream episode we did the other night?
Oh my goodness. Beginning of a year, it's actually my favorite time of year because you get to reflect on how the last year went and then all of the goals that you have set for the year ahead of you. So when I was reflecting on 2025, there's always a lot of numbers for me. So, Cork, for those of you that aren't aware, we're a cyber risk intelligence business, and then we wrap the whole thing up with financial protection for our partners and clients. Essentially, what we do is we help our partners aggregate all of the risk signals with the cybersecurity tools that you've already got. We have over 100 integrations. We do that in an agentless API fashion. So we kind of joke that in the time it takes for you to order a pizza, and have it delivered, we can get you hooked up with Cork, get all of your tools organized, and then be providing you, all of the information you need to be able to be highly intelligent and understand your business, perhaps in ways that you haven't been able to see before. And ultimately, what we're trying to do is give you those insights and that level of confidence about your risk signals and operational efficiency. Ultimately, because we believe that the data needs to be tied to the dollar. And so whether your clients have cyber insurance or not, or a cyber warranty or financial protections or not, at some point, those conversations need to happen. And so the other thing that we offer is financial protection from $25,000 up to $500,000. And then we love working very closely with cyber insurance, which we don't sell, but we partner with and support that whole side of the business. And so when I look at 2025, what we were able to do was we witnessed 4.66 million compliance events across all of our partners. And together we support 38,830 SMB customers, right? And if you imagine all of those 38,000 customers have a lot of endpoints. And if you look at all of those endpoints as open windows and doors, together we want to make sure that they're closed and locked so that the bad guys and bad girls can't get in. And so that's what we do really well. And when we see that those windows and doors are open, we let our partners know, sometimes with flashing yellow lights, sometimes with big flashing loud red lights, right? With some sirens and stuff. And when we do that, I'm really proud to, be able to tie those things to the financial protection piece. And last year we had 10 claims, meaning 10 of our partners and clients hit that submit claim, please help me button, that emergency button, where I get to write checks and I get to put money in people's bank accounts because they got hit, whether it's ransomware, incident response, gift card scams, or, the most popular one that we witnessed, ACH, wire transfer fraud stuff. Like that is by far the one that people are just getting annihilated with. So anyways, that was a big part of what we did last year. We met a lot of new partners and a lot of new clients. We onboarded a lot of folks, and then we got to protect a lot of folks too.
And now you're on the Pax8 platform, which is exciting in and of itself.
Yeah, absolutely. So Rob Ray, most people know the infamous Rob, and Irvish, of course. They've been advisors to Cork since the beginning, and they're pretty excited that we're finally on the line card, if you will. And then I was talking with Scott Chasen last year, and as we were working towards this day, and I think he's excited that there's an intelligence platform that goes in line with his managed intelligence partner thesis that he's been building. And honestly, at the end of the day, I'm just thrilled that partners are able to choose wherever they need to operate, wherever they would choose to spend their money, learn how to do things, etc. And for us to be able to participate with Pax is a great honor.
Yeah, I really do think that the whole managed intelligence provider thing that Pax8 is promoting and investing so much time and information in is really going to be helpful to MSPs. How does Cork kind of play into that intelligence platform piece of it?
Yeah, I think we live in a world where crap is getting more expensive and the world is noisy, getting noisier, and there's too many tools and too many things to do. And our beloved partners are stuck in the middle of it because ultimately, as you know, they have to actually take care of our clients, right? They've got to manage the donut shops and the accounting firms and the construction companies and the healthcare and on and on and on. And
Yep.
that's the hardest and the most important job in the world. And so I think it is my obligation, our company's obligation, and the best companies in the world are truly taking it upon ourselves to figure out how to leverage all of the best AI, the best tools, and the best strategic partnerships on behalf of MSPs in order to simplify all that crap and all that noise and to make the tools light in the hands. Literally, like, what can we do, to make this as light as humanly possible? Sorry, I like to build and drive race cars, so or occasionally break shit. So there's always a tool around. But seriously, like, how do you make things simple and light for our partners? And that includes a lot of these enhanced AI types of things, because what I see across all of these cyber attacks is that the bad guys are doing the exact same thing at an incredible rate. I was just on with Gartner right before the holidays, and we were talking about how specifically some of the North Korean threat actors were beginning to move into ACH wire fraud attacks and leveraging enhanced, mimicking capabilities, right? And what we were doing in 2026 to design and protect our partners and clients from this. And so we've got a whole number of things that we're rolling out in 2026 for this. And it truly is up to us in order to deploy these things in our technology at no cost, at no new cost to our partners, and to just deploy these features out and then to educate our partners about why we're doing these things and to make sure that they know how to use them so that they can provide, better quality service, more secure service to our joint clients. Does that make sense?
That's great. Yeah, it makes absolute sense. Now, we're just starting 2026. Is there anything in the 2026 roadmap at Cork that you can share?
Yeah, just a peek under the curtain is kind of a touch of what I'm talking about is increased automation, right? How do we help our partners by reducing the tasks for them? And I can't always reach into other people's systems and turn the light on or turn the light off, right? And in fact, I don't want to. And so today, a lot of the times, what we're doing is we're alerting or we're educating about where there's risk for our partners. And we make it a bit of an interesting one because Cork is like no other company in the world, where we say, hey, there's dollars on the other side of this equation. You might actually want to pay a little extra attention over here than you otherwise might. Now, what we can do is begin beyond alerting, is begin that breadcrumb trail of education of going, all right, now here's the alert. Now, if you take these 3 steps, what you'll find is you can turn off these 3 lights and it will result in these additional benefits. Now, the next thing is that we just released a feature around vulnerabilities. So now we can see all vulnerabilities down to the endpoint, and we've provided the remediation associated with it. Well, the second half of this year, when given permission, we'll be able to take those remediation steps for the partners. And how slick is that? Because things like Chrome updates, right? And like that's just one simple one where you can actually, your employees can put you at risk by not updating certain things like that. Those are simple actions that can really keep the bad guys out of people's systems. Anyways, there's a lot of those tips and tricks that we're doing in order to really close those open windows and doors.
That's awesome. Dan, I really appreciate you coming on today and giving us this update from Cork. If people are interested in Cork, how do they find out more?
Yeah, corkinc.com. Please stop on by, and we're always open.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Thanks for having us. And if I have one phrase for the year, I always really like to let people know that we operate on love and performance. And I really think there's room in this life for integrity, comedy, respect for one another, and then, of course, performance. We try to show up and deliver results for people. So if I can ever be of service to you or anybody in the community, please, Dan at corkinc.com.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you, friend. Talk to you soon.